There are tons of connected devices available for smart homes these days, and I've got a lot of them. Today on The Hookup, we're going to take a look at 5 smart home products in my house that get the most use and have the most positive impact per dollar. Before we start, you should know that my channel is not nearly large enough to be doing paid promotions. All the opinions you're about to hear are 100% mine, and I have in no way been in contact with the makers of any of the products that I'm about to mention. There are, however, Amazon affiliate links down in the description if you like what you see and you'd like to support my channel. Here we go. Number 5, Google Wi-Fi. Calling this a smart home product is a bit of a stretch, but having a wide-reaching, stable Wi-Fi connection is extremely important to avoiding service interruptions in your smart devices. I have between 35 and 40 devices on my network at any given time, and many of my automations depend on a stable Wi-Fi connection. One day, my wife was lamenting not being able to use our Wi-Fi reliably while sitting by the pool, and she told me to spend what I needed to in order to fix it. Sure, I could have spent $600 or $700 and set up a Ubiquiti system with a few access points, but I was trying to get the most bang for my buck. For just over $250, I got the 3 base station Google Wi-Fi system, and the signal strength has been absolutely amazing everywhere in my house and in my front and backyard. At first, I was skeptical of a network that's managed through an app on my phone, but I've yet to find anything that I used to do with my DDWRT router that I can't do with Google Wi-Fi. Google Wi-Fi has even become the primary presence detection for my home automations by sensing when certain devices connect and disconnect from the Wi-Fi network. If you're having trouble with your Wi-Fi signal, I can't recommend this product enough. Number 4, auto shades. My west-facing patio gets absolutely hammered with sunlight from around 3 to 6 p.m. every day. We love our screened-in patio, and we spend just as much time outside as we do in the house. These DIY motorized shades are perfect for making the sun less oppressive while still preserving a view of the pool. The shades are controlled by a Node MCU microcontroller and some high torque stepper motors. They can be controlled by Amazon Echo, and they support percentage-based commands like this. Alexa, turn on the couch shade.
Okay.
Alexa, turn the chair shade to 60%.
Okay.
There are commercially available versions of these shades, but they tend to be a bit pricey. I was able to make these 2 6x6 sunshades for just under $175 total, and they've been performing flawlessly for the last year. They even survived a direct hit from Hurricane Irma, thankfully though, only as a Category 1. I'll be publishing the code and making a video in the near future about how to build these shades for yourself, so stay tuned. Number 3, door and window sensors. Home security systems are really useful, and a lot of people have them. But the most useful sensors in my house are sensors that are not included in the standard security system package. One of my favorite door sensors is actually not a door sensor, it's a gate sensor for our backyard gates. Most bad guys will expect sensors on doors and windows, but the gate sensors are significantly less common. Our gate sensors are tied to an actionable Home Assistant notification that sends a picture of the person who opened the gate and the option to sound an alarm if we don't like what we see. Next week's video will show the specifics of setting up this actionable notification automation in Node-RED. Another sensor that's been amazing is the door sensor on my 5-year-old daughter's bedroom. After an incident last year where she got food poisoning and was throwing up in her bathroom while my wife and I were sitting obliviously on the patio, I set up an automation that toggles an alert after her bedtime. If her door opens after her bedtime, it flashes the patio lights and sends a notification to our phones to let us know that something may be wrong. It's been a while since she's been sick, knock on wood, but having this automation is a fantastic peace of mind for my wife and I if we want to be out on the patio or in the pool after her bedtime. Number 2, cameras. I've had outdoor cameras set up on my property since about 2006 when someone broke a window on my car while it was sitting in my driveway and snatched my laptop from the back seat. I originally had 2 cameras, then I transitioned into 4, and now I have 9. I use analog cameras, and I was lucky enough to be able to pre-wire my house while it was being built. So I have each camera in an optimal location with completely hidden wires. Last year, I upgraded my network video recorder, or NVR, to a system that includes an RTSP stream so that it can be connected with Home Assistant and other internet-enabled devices. I use this system to send images in notifications and do basic facial and object recognition with software called OpenCV. It also records 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no subscriptions and no fees. I don't really feel comfortable with indoor cameras for a host of reasons, but outdoor cameras are by far my favorite home automation product. I understand that wired cameras aren't going to be possible for everybody, but there are tons of options available out there for every skill level. If you're thinking about sinking some money into home automation, in my opinion, a good camera system should be very high up on your list. I've helped a number of my friends install camera systems in their houses, and I've included links to some of my favorite camera products down in the description. Number 1. The number one smart home product that I use is Home Assistant, and it's free. I absolutely hate having a separate app for every single product in my smart home. Not only does Home Assistant give me a centralized, secure, non-cloud-based solution to this multiple app problem, but it also allows all these systems to work together. I can combine data from door sensors, Google Wi-Fi, Ecobee Motion, and camera sensors to detect where people are in my house and control the automations of the house accordingly. Home automation is certainly a hobby, but it's important to remember that the main reason for home automation is to provide a significant boost to convenience and quality of life. Having 10 different apps on my phone was certainly not convenient, but Home Assistant has changed all of that. If you haven't ever heard of Home Assistant, I highly suggest you try it out. All you need to get started is a Raspberry Pi, an SD card, and a willingness to learn a new product. And you'll be rewarded with a smart home system that rivals the $50,000 systems that are installed by Control4. The Has.io version of Home Assistant removes all of the complicated Linux aspects from Home Assistant and reduces the learning curve significantly. Seriously, if you don't know about it yet, go check out Home Assistant. It will change the way you think about smart home integrations. I'll be making in-depth videos on each of the topics that I talked about today in the near future, so stay tuned. If you're particularly interested in one of the things that I mentioned in today's video, go ahead and post it down in the comments, and I'll move the most popular suggestions to the top of my list. Next week, be sure to tune in for a special collaboration between me and Dr. Z's, where we walk you through everything you need to know to get set up in Node-RED and start creating amazing automations. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching The Hookup.